Hi, my name is Mike Gill, and this is my book, Human Resource Management Made Easy. It's a practical guide for managers who don't have access to a HR department or professional on a daily basis. Directed specifically at small to medium-sized businesses and charities. Now, in my previous video, we discussed a disciplinary investigation. You'd been through the information that had been made available to you, or you'd uncovered information, and you've decided now that you have enough to take it to a disciplinary. Now, the allegations, and I stress that these are allegations, they're not proven at this stage. These allegations could be gross misconduct, because after all, the allegation is that I am stealing time from you, I'm defrauding you of money, because I am taking money, apparently, allegedly, for leaving early, and I'm taking that money from you. And you are being paid by a customer for that time as well. So you are being paid for hours that I'm apparently, allegedly, not doing. So you've got to take this seriously. Now, the first thing that you've got to do is invite me to a disciplinary hearing. Now, you have to do a disciplinary hearing. If you don't do a disciplinary hearing, you will find yourself vulnerable to being taken to an employment tribunal, and that could be very costly whether you win or you lose. Now, I am going to know something about my rights, and if I don't know, I'm going to speak to someone about my rights. There may be a trade union that I can consult with, or there may be someone that's expert in this field, whatever. I am going to be looking for that person to advise me. Now, you need to invite me to this hearing. And if there is a potential of this becoming a disciplinary that leads to a dismissal, you've got to inform me in the letter. Now, the book tells you how to write that letter. It tells you what should be in that letter. But you have to tell me the gravity of the alleged offence, whether it's gross misconduct and could lead to my dismissal, whether it's serious misconduct and could lead to a sanction up to and including a final written warning. You need to tell me what's in store so that I can prepare properly for this. You need to allow me to invite along a trade union rep or a colleague from work. That's my legal right. And that person can represent me in that hearing. Not allowed to answer the questions, and I cover all of this in the book, so you can get more detail there. But that person is not allowed to answer questions on my behalf, but is allowed to represent me. Now, in that hearing, you're going to hear the evidence as presented. Hopefully, the evidence will be presented by another manager. But remember, we're talking about small organisations. You might be the manager that is both presenting the evidence to me and hearing the case that I present back. And you've got to make that decision. And it's a difficult thing to do, especially if you're both the presenting manager and the hearing manager. But this you've got to cope with. You've got to deal with this because you're a small company and you've still got to afford me my rights. When you've heard everything that's been said, you need to adjourn. You need to think about it. If you can take advice from someone, please do it. If there is someone that you can phone, if there is someone that you could have in on this hearing to support you, some other HR experienced person, maybe even just your admin support, whoever, someone that can help you come to a conclusion on whether the evidence supports the allegation and what conclusion you can reach. In the next video, I'm going to talk about reaching that conclusion. Thank you.